Hello students, let us continue with the same topic of module 1. There we just completed in my previous session the derivation for the CR equations, which are necessary and sufficient conditions for any function to be analytic. Okay, so using those CR equations we'll be solving certain problems. Here is the first problem for you I have brought. Okay, show that the function f of z is equal to cos z is analytic and hence find its derivative. So how do we work for the derivative, finding whether the given function is analytic or no? It's very simple and easy. We'll just move with the solution. It's very easy. Look at this. We have f of z is equal to cos z. Okay, now already I have taught you what you should do. You have to replace everywhere z is equal to x plus iy. Okay, just replace your z by x plus iy. So you get back your cos z as cos of x plus iy. Now using the formula for cos of a plus b, you can simplify it further. Right, what's the formula for cos of a plus b? It is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So you'll be getting cos of x into cos of iy minus sin of x into sin of iy. Now very well, in my first session of this complete set of M4 mathematics, I have given you what is cos of iy. Cos of iy is cos hyperbolic y. Okay, similarly, what is sin iy? It is I sin hyperbolic y, is it? So let us replace the value of cos iy and sin iy in this expression. So you will get cos x into cos hyperbolic y minus sin x into I you have, so I'll write it aside, sin of hyperbolic y. So very clearly you have got one separate term where there is no I, but another separate term where it is accompanied with I. So you can easily tell me what is your real part and what is the imaginary part for the function f of z. So the real part we usually denote it by u of xy. So the real part that is independent of I, which is cos x into cos hyperbolic y. Similarly, the imaginary part we denote it by v of xy, and that is nothing but that part which is accompanied with I. So it is minus sin x. Please note that there is a minus sign in between, sin hyperbolic y. So normally you write f of z as u plus iv, is it not? You write f of z as u plus iv. So we have to take v with a negative sign. Okay, that should be clear. Now after this, what are your CR equations? Previous session we have seen CR equations. Dou u by dou x must be equal to dou v by dou y. So let us work for the partial derivatives of u and v. Once we have got our u and v, let us work for the partial derivatives of u and v with respect to x and y. So let us first consider what is dou u by dou x, which is partial derivative of u with respect to x. Derivative of u with respect to x, this is at least cos hyperbolic y. So cos hyperbolic y as it is, because you are differentiating only with respect to x, it will be minus sin x. Derivative of cos minus sin x. Similarly, what is dou u by dou y? Dou u by dou y will be, now cos x as it is, derivative of sin hyperbolic y with respect to y, it is, derivative of cos hyperbolic y with respect to y, it is sin hyperbolic y. I want dou v by dou x, like how I worked for dou u by dou x and dou u by dou y. Similarly, I have to work for dou v by dou x now. Dou v by dou x will be minus cos x into sin hyperbolic y. Sin hyperbolic y as it is, derivative of sin, which is cos, minus sin as it is. Similarly, dou v by dou y. What is dou v by dou y? Derivative of this with respect to y, it is minus sin x as it is again. Derivative of sin hyperbolic y, it is cos hyperbolic y. So this is just a few steps that we need to go ahead with. Okay, now can you tell me, as per the CR equations given derived by in our previous session, we have dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. Are we finding that? Yes, minus sin x cos hyperbolic y minus sin x cos hyperbolic y, both are equal. Similarly, what is dou v by dou x? What is dou v by dou x? Is it not minus dou u by dou y? Just see, except that minus sign, rest every term is same there. Okay, so hence the CR equations are satisfied. This implies the CR equations, the Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied. Now when they are satisfied, what do you conclude from it? Definitely your given function f of z is equal to cos hyperbolic z is analytic. The other term for analytic is nothing but it's differentiable. Okay, so if at all if it is differentiable, what should be its derivative? Now the very first equation, if you remember your previous derivation which we did in my previous class, the equation 2 from there, just I'm not clear about it, we did half of it considering the real part, considering delta z to be wholly real. That is, we considered delta z is equal to delta x, and when we consider delta z to be wholly imaginary, we consider it something like this, is it not? Okay, so when we consider delta z is equal to delta x, we got an equation at the end of it. We got it as f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. Yes, we got this equation. So I'm just going to do what? You can do the other way also. We had got, when we considered f dash of delta z is I delta y, we got another equation f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou y, I into dou u by dou y minus it wasn't minus, it is minus I dou u by dou y and dou v by plus we I got cancelled, dou v by dou y. It was something like this, is it not? So either you can use this equation, that is the final, then later we compared the two equations for real and imaginary parts, and hence we got the CR equation. So either you can use this for your expanding, for your getting derivative of the function, or else you can use this. So best way, it's easy to remember, better you remember this. Okay, so your f dash of z, now I'll simply write the I'll just substitute the value of dou u by dou x and dou v by dou x over here. So it is minus sin x cos hyperbolic y minus I into dou v by dou x is minus cos x into sin hyperbolic y. Okay, or I'll take minus sign outside, so you will have sin x. How can you replace cos hyperbolic y? Your cos hyperbolic y is, look at this, it is cos iy. I'll replace it by that. So it is cos iy minus, I have taken minus sign outside, so take it plus. Cos x I'll keep it as it is, but I sin hyperbolic y is nothing but sin iy. So again replace it by that. Now it is as good as writing sine of a cos of b plus cos of a into sine of b. So it is somewhat like sine of a plus b. What do you say? In place of a you have x, in place of b you have got iy. So it is as good as writing sine of x plus iy. Now what is your x plus iy? It is cos z. It is z. So it is minus sine of z. So what should be the derivative for cos z with respect to z? It will be minus sin z, or no? That same thing we have got, but using our CR equations. Is that clear? CR equations and the derivatives, partial derivatives, that should be clear to all of you. Hence we complete the solution for this problem. We have found its derivative, that is a dash of z. Also we have proved that the given function f of z is analytic. Okay, let us continue with one more of the problem and then we'll go for the CR equations in polar form. Okay, now I have brought one more problem for you. Say f of z is equal to z plus e to the power z. Okay, and you are working for its show that it is analytic and hence find its derivative. The same thing what we did in my previous problem. Okay, so to work for this, once again we are going to substitute z is equal to x plus iy. That's the first step that you should always follow. Your z is x plus iy. If z is equal to x plus iy, what should be your z, f of z? It will be x plus iy plus e to the power x plus iy. Is it? Now all we do is, here we just try to separate the real and imaginary parts, nothing else. So x plus iy aside, we can't do anything further for this, but this can be written as e to power x into e to power iy. Okay, now what is e to the power iy? By Euler's formula, we know it is cos y plus I sin y. So this I will substitute it by this. Okay, so we get it as x into x plus iy plus e to power x as it is cos y plus I sin y. Okay, now x plus iy plus e to power x cos y plus I into e to power x sin y. I am just taking e to power x inside. Now let us separate the real and imaginary parts. Collect all the terms which are independent of I. So you see that x and e to power x cos y is independent of I. Collect the terms which are accompanied with I. So you have got to separate this. Okay. Now you can see that this is your u, this is your v. Okay, so always remember for these type of problems you just have to separate your, after substituting your z is equal to x plus iy, you just have to separate your real part and the imaginary part and do the rest thing. Okay, that is work for CR equations and see whether they are satisfied. I mean, you are going to work for the partial derivatives of the real and imaginary part and verify whether they are satisfying the CR equations. Once they are satisfying, the function becomes analytic and hence you can write the derivative. Very simple. Okay, so you have your u of xy as x plus e to the power x cos y and v of xy as y plus e to power x sin y. Agree? I hope it's in there. Okay. Now let's work for dou u by dou x. Derivative of this with respect to x. Derivative of x with respect to x is 1 plus, here cos y is constant, so derivative of e to power x is e to power x cos y as it is. I want similarly dou u by dou y. Derivative of x with respect to y is 0. Okay. Plus derivative of e to power x cos y. E to power x is constant for now because we are differentiating with respect to y. So derivative of cos y is minus sin y. So you will have e to power x minus sin y. So let me write it in a better way. It's minus e to power x sin y. Okay. Similarly, dou v by dou x. What is dou v by dou x? We are going to differentiate this with respect to y now. Okay. So e to power x as it is. Derivative of y with respect to x is 0. Derivative of e to power x is e to power x sin y as it is. Okay, because we are differentiating with respect to x partially here. Derivative with respect to y, with respect to x for y is 0. This is constant. Derivative of this e to power x as it is. Now dou v by dou y. Derivative of y with respect to y is 1 plus e to power x as it is because it's going to be constant. Derivative of sin y, it's cos y. This is what you get. Now just tell me, are these not two equal? And are these, just see that. So you find that dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and also your dou v by dou x is minus dou u by dou y. Or I should say dou u by dou y as minus dou v by dou x. Any way you can write it. Okay. So this implies the CR equations are satisfied. CR equations are satisfied. This implies your f of z is analytic. Therefore, what should be f dash of z then? The derivative. It is, as per my previous problem also I have told you, it's simply dou u by dou x. See, you have written CR equations are satisfied, f of z is analytic and hence your derivative f dash of z is dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. So what is dou u by dou x? It is 1 plus e to power x cos y plus I into dou v by dou x. It is e to power x sin y. Agree? Now 1 as it is plus e to power x I can take it common. Okay. Now cos y plus I sin y. Now what is cos y plus I sin y? I had written it earlier. It is e to power iy. So let us replace it by that. So what do you get? It's 1 plus e to power x into e to power iy, or it is 1 plus e to power x plus iy. What is e to power x plus iy? It is z. So 1 plus e to the power z. Now tell me, if your f of z is z plus e to power z. What should be f dash of z with respect to z? It will be 1 plus e to power z or no? That same thing we have got, is it not? Hence, we got the solution for this problem completely. Now let us, in my next session, we will continue with this derivation of CR equations in polar form, which is equally important as how we work for the derivation of CR equations in Cartesian form. So far we were only getting familiar with the solution for the problem given f of z is in Cartesian form, and then we just had a CR equations in Cartesian form and we just used them to work with the problem. Okay, but now hereafter there will be certain problems. Z is equal to x plus iy will not always work for you. Okay, so at that time you have to go for another way of substituting, that is polar way. To do that you need CR equations in your polar form only, so we will have to derive it. In my next session I'll continue with that. Okay, so thank you till then.